early but definitive sign manifested. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Nihurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome one and all for a very, very, very special day. Welcoming all the devotees, disciples, and all the viewers who are joining us via YouTube, via Facebook Live, and via two-way video conferencing, joining us from literally all the Kailasas around the world. On which I have not yet revealed what the special day is about. Today, we are all here waiting on this very special day for a beautiful Nithyananda Satsangh by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Well, if you have been a follower of the Facebook page of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you would know why today is considered extremely special. Today, we are celebrating and observing the Yoga Pattabhishekam anniversary of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. On this very same day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva. So we are going to be sharing more about today's very special, the significance of the day. And today we are going to be blessed with a very special darshan and the Nithyananda Satsangh by none other than the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. So we welcome one and all for this very special and an auspicious event. Now, before we enter into what the day is today, Now, for those of you who joined us live for the Nithyananda Satsangh last night, what was your experience of just listening directly from Swamiji, where Swamiji said, me providing this COVID care and preventive and the protective care is not even my compassion. How can beings who eat vegetarian food see other people die? How can you see people die? I just can't see it. I just can't bear it. I am opening my doors and I'm opening all the monasteries and temples wherever we have the facility to provide this multi-layer quarantine. I'm opening up all our campuses for people to come and patiently. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism answered so many questions from the live viewers on YouTube, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on kailasa.org live chat, on Instagram and on Twitter, where the viewers are now able to directly interact and post questions during the live satsang, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is directly attending while you are watching the Nithyananda satsang, and that makes it a very special and a very, very, very intimate ambience. Pattabhishekam. Let us get ready to understand the significance of this day. What is speciality about this day, and what is the significance of today after a short break?
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham.
Welcoming all of the viewers on this auspicious day, celebrating 27 years since the coronation of the Avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasangidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva and the successor of the Arunachala Sarvagya Peetham, the ruling seat of the ancient spiritual city of Tiruvannamalai. I welcome all of the viewers who are gathered with us across the world. For those of you who remain on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasangidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the incarnation of Hinduism and is the Supreme Pontiff of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, over 2 billion Hindus across the world. Nithyananda Hindu University is the world's largest Hindu university with more than 150 extended university campuses across the world, which is actively digitizing, collecting, preserving so many millions of Hindu scriptures, making sure that the next generations in the future are able to have the greater sciences of Hinduism and be able to benefit from the greater sciences of Hinduism and forge a new world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the current Guru Mahasangidhanam, the 293rd Guru Mahasangidhanam of the Madurai Adinam, or the KAILASA Shamana Peetha Sarvagya Peetham. And he is the current Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in 2015 by thousands of Hindu spiritual leaders who recognized that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was the most legitimate incarnation of Paramashiva. And he was here and entitled him as Bhagavan, or the incarnation of Paramashiva himself. Today is a very auspicious day across KAILASA, as it is the anniversary of the Yoga Pattabhishekam. This day, 27 years back, was the most auspicious day where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva and the successor of the Arunachala Sarvagya. Now, what does this mean? How is it significant? And what does it mean today to each and every one of us? We're going to be finding out today in this Satsangh segment. Now, first, let's understand the concept of avatars and incarnations in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. It is declared and accepted in Hinduism that there is a divine narrative of the cosmos itself to manifest in the physical form time and time again in order to raise the consciousness of life. From time immemorial, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has recognized and recorded the happening of the incarnations, the ultimate super consciousness in physical form on planet Earth. Through the ancient system of Guru Parampara, the Guru-disciple lineages, hundreds of incarnations or avatars have landed on planet Earth, initiate, teach, and give breakthroughs in consciousness on planet Earth. Here we have a Shastra Pramana that literally describes to us from one of the most ancient scriptures of Sanatana Hindu Dharma the most beautiful phenomenon of the formless manifesting into form. This Shastra Pramana is from the Srimad Gamika Agama, the Karana Agama, the Purva Bhaga, and the 71st chapter. In this, it goes, in this, the Shastra Pramana is Itvayam Nishkalam Proktam Param Bhavamiti Smritam Shishtinam Lokarsartanam Lokasyopati Karanam Sada Kanam Hitarantam Tusvechya Grihanantanu. Meaning, in this way, Paramashiva, who is Nishkala, without any body and parts, who is ultimate supreme being, who is established in the creation, who is the cause of creation of the universe, assumes the body out of his free will for the protection of the universe and for the welfare of the spiritual seekers and devotees. There are countless intricate happenings which are orchestrated in the preparation for the advent of the avatar. The Jivanadi, or the timeless cosmic prophecies revealed by the enlightened Rishi Agastya of ancient Kailasa, which continue to serve as 100% verifiable revelations till date. In the Jivanadi, revelations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, it is made known that a total of 210 million souls are destined to be a part of the grand revival of KAILASA, the macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, for which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism incarnated, manifested. And as you can see here, we have the original verse of the Jivanadi of the Avatar himself, where it's saying that 210 million souls total are dedicated to the lives to the revival of Kailasa and are joining the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his grand mission. So going back to the very beginning of the incarnation, the happening in the advent of planet Earth, an elite group of enlightened beings were chosen by the cosmos to directly birth the avatar in human form. Prominent in this group are Yoganandapuri, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, Isakki Swamigal, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Annamalai Swamigal, and Narayana Swamigal. Each and every one of these gurus are esteemed, enlightened beings who were the most profound and powerful enlightened beings who lived at that time. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's Yoga Guru, Yogi Yoganandapuri, prepared his body through rigorous yoga for 11 years from age 3 to 13. He built a nervous system that will withstand the continuous explosion of superconscious energy inside the avatar and radiates the power of initiation to human beings and other beings for superconscious breakthrough. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism effortlessly demonstrated numerous spiritual powers to establish the original purpose of yoga, which is to manifest spiritual powers and live as Paramashiva. And not only this, direct eyewitnesses speak of having seen Yogi Yoganandapuri, the Yoga Guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, levitate 6 inches above the ground, at least 6 inches above the ground. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's Vedanta Guru, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, was chosen to explore with him the science of Vedanta, Tantra, and Sri Vidya, along with her guru, the revered Isakki Swamigal. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism did intense study of the sacred Hindu source scriptures, the Upanishad and other Vedic scriptures, and intensely practiced many prescribed and self-prescribed spiritual practices. He was undergoing the intense penance on behalf of the whole humanity, so humanity can finally receive just its fruits from him as the initiation into enlightened living. Other gurus in the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism include Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Annamalai Swamigal, and Narayana Swamigal. With Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism experienced Advaita Bhakti, the non-dual devotion. And with Annamalai Swamigal, he dwelt in the science of enlightenment. With Narayana Swami Pillai, he breathed life back into the almost extinct ancient Hindu sciences of KAILASA, Aushadha, sacred energized herbs for enlightenment, and Yantra, the sacred geometric diagrams for enlightenment. His gurus, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's gurus, knew he was the incarnation himself and had lived with him in deep devotion and ecstasy. Above all, Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the primordial embodiment of Paramashiva, appeared for a period of 9 months as the guru of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in around 1989 or 1988, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was 10 years old. This period assumes historical significance, being the ultimate guru-disciple phenomenon that happened on the planet, where Paramashiva himself plays the role of guru, embodied in Arunagiri Yogeshwara, and the role of disciple in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. Finally, after rigorous training, in 1994, as the Supreme Consciousness began successfully manifesting through the body of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, one of his esteemed, powerful gurus, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, began the preparations for coronating the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as her successor and declaring him as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashivam. Through this occasion and the official letter of initiation, she adopted him as her only disciple and successor in the Arunachalan lineage, coronating and conferring upon him the title Brahmasukhi. His gurus thus coronated the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism when he was a mere age of 16 years, immediately after which the avatar commenced the expansion work of KAILASA, the macrocosmic Hindu civilizational mission. It is thus 27 years of public life till date in the year 2021 today. The avatar stepped out of Tiruvannamalai the very next year in 1995, which is the same year that his gurus left their body and their purpose of their life was complete. So here we have the coronation letter of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, a extremely priceless, invaluable document which has the power of the backing showing that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been trained by most profound, powerful, enlightened beings, including Mata Vibhudananda Puri, Yogi Yogananda Puri, Annamalai Swamigal, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, and these are not light beings in the spiritual field. These are some of the most powerful spiritual beings, enlightened beings, and leaders who have helped transform the lives of millions of people who saw Swamiji from a young age and recognized that he was the incarnation of Paramashiva who would continue the work, the revival work of Sanatana Hindu Dharma after them. In this letter, Mata Vibhudananda Puri officially names the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as her successor, and this 1,000-year lineage, more than 1,000-year lineage, which has gone from guru to disciple, from lit lamp to lamp, for thousands of years, unbroken by nature, from the time of Paramashiva himself, was thus given once again to the incarnation of Paramashiva himself in the modern day. And it is marking one of the most important days in history, not only for Kailasa, but entire world itself. This document is extremely significant to Kailasa, and not only that, to each and every one of us, as it is directly behind the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, ultimately happening, manifesting in each and every one of our lives. The translation of this official coronation letter is thus: Om Sadgurave Namaha, Om Sadgurave Tunai, Mahala, Sri La, Sri Panchamukha Yogi, myself, servitor of the Lord, Brahma Yogini Vibhudai, who has attained the elevated state by the grace of Brahma Rishi Isakki Mahamunivar, with the wish to adopt as my disciple Rajashekaran, the divine child of Lokanayaki and Arunachalam, and who is an instrument of my love, initiated him and coronated him with the new title on this full moon day of Tuesday in the Bhava year, the 10th day of month of Vaikasi, during the Vedic star Vishaka, given name after initiation Brahmasukhi, yours, disciple of Isaki Mahamunivar Vibhude, alias Kuppamai, Brahma Yogini, Tiruvannamalai. This was signed on the 24th of May, 1994. Exactly.
As you're just talking about this, this has been a very, very, like you were introducing, this is a very profound happening in the life of the avatar. 27 years before, on this very day, on this auspicious day, the world was blessed with one profound, rare, and once in a lifetime happening. On this very day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated. This is like such a joy today being here and getting to talk about this. And especially as Master Dashikra, you were reading through and like giving us all an introduction of these beautiful happenings.
Actually, so delightful even to sit here, connect with all of you. Shaya, Ma Meera Slatia, Brian Birch, and Raj Bachchan, Nithyananda, Ma Venchayan, and Victor Gomez, Hemanathan, Nithyanandam. So welcome to every one of you. Today, you all have tuned in for a real treat because today is the very day where the incarnation, the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva was identified and put in record for his coronation and for officially recognizing him as the age of 16 when the Yoga Pattabhishekam had happened to Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Actually, all the viewers, as we are going through, we just saw one. I request interpreter. Yes. And now all of you who are joining us, I request all of you to share one. Right? Today, being here on this auspicious happening, of you are commenting, how does it feel to live around Paramashiva? Each of you that are watching us, Ma Lee Kim Har, Ma Prabjot Gill, and Geeta Devi, and so many others, Yashodan Kulkarni Ayya, everybody who's commenting, Brian Birch, all of you can comment and share with us, how do you feel the avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the very incarnation of Paramashiva has happened, is walking amongst us and is giving this extraordinary, profound science to all of us. How does it feel for each and every one of you? Please do leave your comments in the comment section. Talk to him and to be able to live around in the physical presence of the avatar of Paramashiva.
Actually, today it marks a very important day even in Sanatana Hindu Dharma because an avatar was recognized and coronated. The Yoga Pattabhishekam, the official recognition, was done. This is a very, very important historic mark for Sanatana Hindu Dharma itself because this very avatar of Paramashiva is today the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, the one who's leading 2 billion Hindus, who's worshipped, revered as Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by 2 billion Hindus across the globe and many more millions of well-wishers. So it's really, really delightful to day.
And Ma Sadashiva Priya, as you were narrating to us, could you also share with all of us, what does this Yoga Pattabhishekam signify? Like, of course, I remember how beautifully Swamiji revealed how Mata Vibhudananda Puri's Guru, when she was Mata Vibhudananda Puri was taken, to get blessings, the Guru beautifully revealed saying, Amma has come to prepare to receive Appan. The Paramashiva is happening, means Parashakti has come down to prepare to birth the avatar of Paramashiva. And so true to his words, Mata Vibhudananda Puri prepared and birthed the avatar of Paramashiva with her intense penance and tapas. So Ma Sadashiva Priya, could you share with us what does this Yoga Pattabhishekam signify? And also, we all can see the picture of the young avatar on the screen. So could you also narrate to us how old was Swamiji when Swamiji was coronated with the greatest responsibility, when Swamiji took up the greatest responsibility of the superconscious breakthrough for humanity on his shoulders? Could you share with us?
What we're celebrating today is the anniversary of the Yoga Pattabhishekam, of course, as you had said. And this occasion has significance in twofold. One, the avatar incarnation of Paramashiva Swamiji being recognized as the incarnation, literally ritualistically, and we have Shastra Pramana, we have the actual references where the ritual for the Yoga Pattabhishekam is given in very minute detail how the ritual is happening. So that ritual happens. So as per the tradition, the official handing over of the torch is this esteemed enlightened beings, Yogiram Surat Kumar, Annamalai Swamigal, Mata Vibhudananda Puri, who had given this coronation letter, and so many enlightened beings of Tiruvannamalai had recognized and backed the decision to coronate the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the incarnation of Paramashiva, and thus Mata Vibhudananda Puri had arranged for the ritualistic processes to happen for Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, at the mere age of 16 years to be coronated as the incarnation of Paramashiva. And in this, the Guru or the Acharya who is initiating the disciple literally offers worship to the disciple and officially initiates them into them in eternally being in the state, declaring them as eternally in the state of Shiva. And later on, we'll be sharing with all of the viewers how exactly in the Shiva Mahapuranam, we have references of the ritualistic procedure of the Yoga Pattabhishekam, how this whole process had happened. The second aspect, how the Yoga Pattabhishekam is significant and why we are celebrating at the mere age of 16 years. Just imagine yourself at 16 years, a teenager cognizing the necessity of the world, the future of the world, and shouldering that responsibility, taking up the responsibility of incarnation of Paramashiva, and literally beginning from this moment the revival of Kailasa. That is
actually so. Like just like how you were sharing, just at that tender age. Yes, people are usually teenagers. At that time, what we know, what we are having as knowledge is so different. Whereas the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, at that age, he stood to take the responsibility for the whole world, to save the whole world. Actually, when talking about him standing up as savior of the whole world, just like how even now, when the whole world is actually literally failing to protect people from the COVID-19 crisis, the pandemic that has taken a toll over the world. Second wave hit now, and it's really been terrible for people. At this time, when the whole society is failing, it is only the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism who is standing up for protecting and saving humanity as the only savior. Just exactly like this, even as the advent of the avatar happened in a very similar context.
Actually, let us now see what was this context, how was this great grand happening of Yoga Pattabhishekam? What exactly happened behind Paramashiva's ultimate compassion and sacrifice, this great decision that Paramashiva took upon himself? The next slide, please. Now, this context of Yoga Pattabhishekam in October 1993.
So actually in October 1983, catastrophic floods devastated its Tamil Nadu states. Hundreds were killed and thousands were homeless. And the avatar noticed that this was not just the seasonal typhoon that was causing such suffering, but it was the falling economy of the world that threatened millions with poverty and starvation. He saw the unjust leaders and dictators of the world who were misleading the masses into total hysteria and outrage. Foreseeing that these conditions would inevitably worsen, this nightmarish vision moved the avatar to make a decision out of his oceanic and all healing compassion. Bhagavan made the most divine will infused by the super consciousness, the Satya Sankalpa, to carry the whole of humanity itself through the forthcoming pralaya, the sixth extinction and the end of the world as we know it. Actually, today we can see exactly in the same lines how it is only him who is standing up as a savior of the whole world.
Let us now listen in the avatar's own words about this happening of the Yoga Pattabhishekam.
Sorry for that technical glitch. It seems that we have some audio issues. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, describing this Yoga Pattabhishekam himself, had said, "It is 26 years of hard work. When I was 16 years old, my gurus had done the Yoga Pattabhishekam to me and put me in the Guru Pita. And after the Yoga Pattabhishekam, they made me study whatever little education I have to go through and then started my work as per their order. I'll always tell you, when gurus ordain, they sustain. It's such a wonderful journey. The last 26 years of hard work has become a reality now. Now Kailasa nation has happened. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you to share this joy with all of you. It is so beautiful to see the Kailasa blossoming and Kailasa happening." So this was shared by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the 7th of January 2020, where he is telling us exactly how last 27 years, after the Yoga Pattabhishekam, his gurus had ordained him as the incarnation of Paramashivam, and after that he began the revival of Kailasa, which we all enjoy today and has literally saved our lives in so many different ways. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also said, "Understand this narrative clearly. When I was given the Yoga Pattabhishekam by my gurus, I started working intensely for reviving enlightened civilization, the most ancient enlightened Hindu civilization. I was all out working day in and out intensely, simple hard work, reaching out one person at a time, sharpening myself." And this, he continues to say, "My gurus gave me..."
Like what you're sharing, just in the same lines, just wanted to share. This reminds me of how many miles Swamiji used to travel in cycle. He used to go all the way to the city in cycle to go and give healing to people in the hospitals. Understand here when Swamiji is saying one at a time, every single devotee that is watching here, you would be knowing how for your personal life, you will feel like Swamiji is just there for you, attending to your personal life, right? Like this, there are billions of people who have depended their lives on Swamiji. Let me share with you maybe some facts that you might not be aware of. In the early times when the mission had just began, Swamiji, he was just in his 20s. He used to go all the way from Bidadi into the Bangalore city going into the city, that's like 2.5 hours travel. In cycle, Swamiji used to go, and going there, he used to go to the hospitals, giving one by one individual healing. Understand? Not with cost, not with, okay, they are going to pay something. After everything is done, out of gratitude, that few pennies that is given as Guru Dakshina is all Swamiji will receive. But just to empower humanity, just to heal humanity. He started it from that time. Actually, I'm very sure now, even if you see the earlier records, we even have a lot of his leelas, the divine leelas that he played from his childhood. But we are sharing about from the time, even when the mission started, one at a time. He used to go to he goes to the hospitals, one patient by one patient. He will go, he himself will physically sit, heal them. There is no necessity for him as an avatar, for him to even do that. But just because of the spiritual responsibility that he has taken for the whole world, he has been doing this. That is why even to this day, when all the politicians, every celebrity, all those people, so many who might have some 10 and 20 different houses, beach houses might be there, summer houses might be there. But how many of them have opened it for the public? It is only Swamiji, who has only the avatar with his utter compassion, has opened it up so that even all his homes are open with multi-layered quarantine, multi-layered protection from the virus, with a lot of precautionary methods taken, and very, very successfully maintaining an entire ambience with absolutely no COVID-19, and opening this up for people to come and join, so just so that they can stay alive, completely free of cost, completely without expecting a single penny or single volunteering time from anyone. Wow. That same avatar, that compassion of the avatar can just be seen so beautifully, like just as Master Dashopriya was sharing, how one by one, Swamiji was attending to them, and how this whole revival happened after the Yoga Pattabhishekam. I just wanted to share a few examples of what Swamiji actually means by one by one.
Yes, and in fact, we also have in the sovereign archives preserved to show as evidence to the whole world the hard work of Swamiji from the very beginning of KAILASA. We have so many different treasured items which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used regularly in order to enrich more and more people. For example, we have the diary where he has literally handwritten every single name that he encountered, that he healed, wrote down their phone number so that he can follow up and make sure that they are living as per the instructions or guidelines he had given. He is there successfully manifesting what they wanted, and so that he can continue to enrich them. This was the first catalog of names, first enriching calls, as we might call it today, that even the avatar himself made in 2001. Not only that, we even have some of the quartz and crystals that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used in order to heal people. He had continuously been healing in around this time, as Mahatattva had shared. He was using all kinds of different ancient Hindu sciences in order to heal, in order to bring the benefits of healing and the greater Hindu sciences to people. So we have even some of the crystals that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used in order to heal. Why we're sharing all of this is because on this day we're celebrating how for the last 27 years the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has continuously, day in and day out, simply been serving each and every one of us. And today, with the ongoing COVID crisis, and in response, how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has announced and is continuously working hard for the preventive and protective quarantine campuses that are now open and have 500 registrations and counting. He is continuing what he started, the declaration he made as Paramashiva, who is literally carrying us through this pralaya. So continuing on from what we've been remembering what Swamiji said in just the last slide, he went on to say, my gurus gave me the tremendous spiritual knowledge and powers I need to start working on understanding the society. So they gave me the guidance, go and spend some time in Ramakrishna Mission, spend some time in Swaminarayan movement. They gave some certain guidance, like study all these organizations and then start the work which you need to do. So side by side, I was educating myself and reaching out to the people to revive the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization. So please understand, our focus is all about reviving the Hindu civilization and all the basic powerful truths, powerful cognitions and powers, both of the enlightened civilization needs to be revived. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also said, this is one of the most profound quotes, what he has said about this day, where he says, if you see...
Yes. Actually, describing how
So in Masada Shivpriya,
yes. Sorry for the technical glitch. I think we overspoke due to some connectivity issue. Yes. So in next slide, if you see, Swami about the Yoga Pattabhishekam, the pictures that were taken during Yoga Pattabhishekam, the two pictures. Swami says, if you see my Arunachala Guru Parampara photos, the pictures that you're all seeing, yes. Sorry for the technical glitch, and I'd like to continue. Here, the two pictures that all of you are seeing are the pictures of the coronation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Swamiji says, if you see my Arunachala Guru Parampara photos, you will see me in two postures, the two postures that all of you are seeing Swamiji. My Guru, Mata Vibhudananda Puri, taught me one posture is you being in Samadhi. The posture which we all see, where Swamiji is in his Padmasana and his hands in Chin Mudra, in that intense Samadhi. That is a symbol of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita. And the other posture is, Swamiji beautifully says, is where you declaring you are ready to deliver the responsibility of the Guru Maha Sannidhanam, Jagat Guru Maha Sannidhanam, to share and enrich the whole world with this knowledge. So every morning I'm here giving the Paramashiva Jnana Golu Pakshi and Paramashiva Jnana for my disciples in this posture. Swamiji beautifully, as the Supreme Pontiff, as Paramashiva incarnate, Swamiji continues to carry on this great spiritual legacy and revival of Kailasa for the world. Yes, the next slide, Ma. Now, let us see some
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Yes. Now, the scriptural reference for the Yoga Pattabhishekam, here we can see this reference says, Vamadeva, at the outset, I shall tell about the Yoga Pattabhishekam, a ritual which acts as a tool for the attainment of the quality of an Acharya, a religious teacher, a spiritual head, on an auspicious day in any one of the months, the Vaishaka, mid-May or mid-June, to Shravana, mid-August and mid-September, and the Ashvayuja, the mid-October and mid-November, then Kartigai, which is mid-November to mid-December, and all these months, Kartigai and Margashirsha, and then the Magha Masa. These are all the Hindu months, which Magha Masa means mid-February to mid-March. So this reference says, in the reference, Paramashiva continues to reveal, either on the Panchami, the 5th day of one cycle of the moon phase, or on Purnami, the full moon day, the disciple should wake up early in the morning, complete the morning cleaning routine, and by obtaining the permission of the master, he should take bath with the focused mind. So this is one reference about the scriptural reference for the Yoga Pattabhishekam.
So actually what's significant in this scriptural reference, as you can see, how when we're celebrating at this time as well, is the exact same time Mata Vibhudananda Puri, having taken the guidance of the scriptural references for how to conduct the Yoga Pattabhishekam, ensured to choose the most auspicious time, this exact time, to celebrate the Yoga Pattabhishekam, to conduct the ritualistic ceremony and ordain the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the incarnation of Paramashiva. So here we have another scriptural reference for the Yoga Pattabhishekam, where it's describing the ritualistic processes that the Acharya is conducting on the disciple, or in this case, Mata Vibhudananda Puri would have conducted on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So it says, then the Acharya has to take the conch water and sprinkle it on the disciple. By blessing, that disciple would go beyond the manifested worldly form of Paramashiva and would attain enlightenment to reach the eternal, unmanifest, formless form of Paramashiva. Then the Acharya should consider the disciple himself as the form of Paramashiva and worship the Pita, altar of the disciple, as mentioned earlier, and should place on an asana and seat and make that disciple sit on it. And the most beautiful significance here is literally, it is the lines showing that the scriptural references, the scriptures themselves are telling that in this ritual, the Acharya is ordaining the disciple as Paramashiva himself. And this seat, which is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sitting on, also is extremely significant. It is exact same seat that Isaki Swamigal and Mata Vibhudananda Puri also sat in order to show and denote the lineage of one guru passing the torch to another guru. The next scriptural reference which we have here is, after this, the Acharya should look at the disciple, considering him as the very form of Lord Shiva, and utter, "O my disciple, from this moment may you be established in the Samadhi state eternally." And he should himself prostrate before the disciple to understand how significant this ritual is and this occasion is, which happened 27 years back today, and marks after which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism marks the day after which he began reviving the nation of Kailasa in full swing, and he began his public life. Finally, we have this last scriptural reference where it says, "Oh, my disciple, in order to grace the whole world, let you travel all over the world without staying more than one night in one place. If anyone approaches you to acquire the knowledge of Shiva without testing them for a year, do not give the knowledge to that person. Let you get rid of all the differences, shed the anger win over all the sensory organs and pleasure organs, and be eternally established in the state of Shiva amidst the company of Shivajnanis, established in the state of Shiva. Never mingle with a person who is not a devotee of Lord Shiva. Even when your life is at risk, never give up your devotion towards Lord Shiva, and always be established in the blissful state of Lord Shiva." And in this, you see that the references and the scriptures themselves ordain the disciple and wandering and enriching one person at a time. Exactly as it says in the scriptures, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, within just a few months, started the revival of Kailasa, and he left his hometown, Tiruvannamalai. He began enriching people one person at a time from this very time. And it cannot be said enough how it all comes together so perfect, exactly as it is dictated, told in the ancient Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, showing that it's not just a coincidence, it's not just it is a conscious, extremely strategic, most beautiful plan that was enacted in order to make sure that the revival of Kailasa is successful and the conscious ship is built for all of us to survive the pralaya that we are facing today. So just as this scriptural reference says, as per his Guru's instructions and the ageless tradition which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inherited, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism promptly left home after this, and his Gurus attained Mahasamadhi in order, and after this he had started the revival of Kailasa. Here we see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in around the year 1998, as he had been a brahmachari in the Ramakrishna order as per his Guru's instructions, as he was learning and imbibing the way to revive Kailasa at its best and serving in the Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna mission.
அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம் ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பிணி நீக்கும் உயிர் காக்கும் ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் கவலைகள் விடிவுறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருளழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை குயத்தும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் தவநிலை குயர்த்தும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம் ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம்
Welcome back, dear viewers. On this very special day where we are celebrating the Yoga Pattabhishekam of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, where we are celebrating today the anniversary of the coronation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva happened in Trivandrum, happening for the benefit of the whole humanity. As the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has taken the responsibility for humanity at the time that humanity needs the most. If you have been watching the direct messages or reading the Satsangh transcripts of the Satsangs of the past 2 days, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up all the monasteries, temples, adhinams of KAILASA in India and in South Asia, in Malaysia, wherever we have the installation of the deities done as per the Bhusparsha, the Prana Pratishta, the infusing life into the deity is being done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism itself. And through the presence of those deities, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism can protect and heal the people. All those monasteries, temples and adhinams are now being open to public for humanity to come and protect themselves in campuses where KAILASA is able to provide a multi-layer quarantine. And so the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through KAILASA is rushing aid to India, where every day thousands are dying, and so far a few lakh deaths have been reported just in India, and we don't know if those numbers are the most accurate. But even then, those are extremely alarming. A lot of media reports say that the numbers that are being published are highly underrated. We don't know the extent to which the COVID virus and the COVID pandemic has taken its toll in India in its second wave currently. And governments are unable to handle, people are unable to handle, and nobody knows what the solution is. And the offices are shutting down, the companies are shutting down, the organizations are closing down their operations, the schools are shutting down. But there is one being who has opened his arms, opened his doors, opened his monasteries and temples for the people to come and be inside. So to share their opinions about the current protective, preventive care provided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the monasteries in India and South Asia, we have now joining us Dr. Kumar from Los Angeles, who is joining us to share his opinion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's care for humanity. Nithyanandam, Dr. Kumaraya.
Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, thank you so much for joining us live today on Nithyananda TV.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Kumar from Los Angeles today. And what is it that you would like to share, just looking at what Swamiji is doing to humanity at this moment, Doctor?
Yeah, Ma, I have been watching Swamiji, of course, almost daily. And for last few days, when he started talking about offering this offer of people of any religion to come and be taken care of in the ashram or in monasteries or temples, and where they don't pay anything, they'll be taken care of with multi-level protection, with the food and all the facilities, including medical facilities. I suddenly felt an overwhelming gratitude. This is something you don't hear anyone offering at this time. And my mind went back to when I first started with Swamiji. He's always the first to do something very unique to the public or to the people and to the disciples. The first time I attended Inner Awakening in 2008, that was the first Inner Awakening you ever heard of. After that, he was doing mass levitations, first time. Then you see him opening third eyes of children, of some adults, first time. Then I attended many programs where he's giving so many beautiful experiences. I had Darshan of Devi, one time, the death meditation. And then, and now you see him offering something so unique at this time when you see nobody else is offering that. People with a lot of money, billionaires, it doesn't come to their mind that something like this can be done or should be done for humanity. And here is Swamiji, who's offering something free of cost to anyone to come and be enjoying in his ashrams, in his temples, in his monasteries. And I think this is an opportunity. What people say in business, it's a win-win situation. I think in businesses, there's no win-win situation. Only this is a win-win situation where you are protected, where you are taken care of. And hopefully it will also help you take you to a higher stage in spirituality. I hope that others who watch this, particularly people who are rich or with other means, also think of something like this and help the humanity at this time.
Absolutely, absolutely, Doctor. So beautifully put. And at a time when you've been in the US and we have been watching the news, and at a time where everybody is cutting down their operations and wanting to stay safe. And here is Swamiji opening up his doors and opening up his arms and calling, and it's so much of concern for humanity, calling out to people. And, in the same land where he himself didn't have the right to live, didn't have the right to preach, didn't have the right to stay. And at that same place, and in the same place where Swamiji was attempted to be assassinated, he was burnt inside his own quarters, and you have seen all of that. So how does it feel for you now when Swamiji is doing back to his own land, and from where even his citizenship has been illegally cancelled?
This is what I see. In spite of all that has been done by society to Swamiji, nothing positive has been done by society to Swamiji. And still, he is totally different. He's offering everything to society, even though he has been persecuted, attempts at murder, hoax scandals. I have gone through some of that with Swamiji, or experiencing some of those things that happened to Swamiji. But this is total compassion. Even though Swamiji was saying yesterday, I think he was saying that, this has to be done. It is not only compassion. So he feels that the need is such that you don't think of anything else other than just helping the humanity. And this is very, very, this is only Swamiji can do. I think only Swamiji can do, and he will do it. I hope people take his offer and just throng to all the places that he is offering in India and run to those places. We are in US, and here he says we should not move from here at this time. And if it was a situation that I could move, I would probably run to Bizdi and stay there as long as I need to, and maybe more.
Absolutely, Doctor. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. As you said, it is only Swamiji. We cannot even fathom what has been done to Swamiji and how Swamiji is standing at the time when India needs somebody like Swamiji, the avatar, the most. Even when Swamiji has been persecuted, how Swamiji is standing and protecting each and every Indian, each and every human being possible out there, opening up his arms and opening up his monasteries. Thank you so much for coming and sharing, Dr. Kumar, for joining us live on Nithyananda TV today and sharing your views on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. It's my privilege, honor, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Swamiji for everything.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kumar. Yes, on this beautiful day, it's time for us to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So let's get ready to receive the darshan of our beloved Swamiji. So please sit straight. Let's enter into the meditation on this very special occasion of Yoga Pattabhishekam. Let's get ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Please sit straight and close your eyes. Inhale. And exhale as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. Bring your awareness to your breathing. As you inhale, just inhale the gratitude, the devotion. Just experience the gratitude. Paramashiva himself has come down as Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And exhale that gratitude. What have we done? To be aware and to be able to cognize, to be able to perceive that Paramashiva himself has come down in the human form as our Guru to bless us all, to heal us all, ultimately to bless us with Jivan Mukti, the living enlightenment. Let every pore in your body feel the gratitude. on this very auspicious day of Yoga Pattabhishekam, intensely chant the Mahavakya as you feel the deep gratitude towards the Supreme Quantum of Hinduism. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as we get ready for the darshan.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, Let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
கைலை இறையென உரைபவன் அருணையில் குருவென மலர்ந்தது புகழ் பாடி அருள் பெறவே திருப்பதம் தனில் அடியவர் சாற்றி மகிழ்வுறும் பாமாலை. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. அகமே நிறைந்த எம் அண்ணாமலை வேந்தனே, ஜெகம் போற்றும் எம் ஆனந்த நித்யனே, சாற்றும் இப்பாமாலை ஏற்றமை காப்பாயே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சலம் தந்த வரமே அகத்தினில் அமர்ந்தே அருள் தரும் நித்யானந்தா. குருவாய் மலர்ந்திங்கு உணர்வாய் கலந்தெமக்குயர்வாழ் வழித்திடும் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. புவி மேல் பிறந்தது எதனால் என்பதும் அறியா பதர்யாம் நித்யானந்தா. துதி பாடிடும் வரம் அளித்தே குறைதனை களைந்தாய் கணம் தனில் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அலை பாய்ந்திடும் மனம் நிலையாய் அமர்த்திடுவாய் என பணிந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. மனம் தாண்டிய மலை மகனே புயலென புகுந்தாய் மனந்தனில் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. இக வாழ்வே பெரும் பிணிதானென உணர்ந்தே உனை அடைந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. ஜகமாயையில் இருந்தமை மீட்டே தடுத்தாட்கொண்டிடுவாய் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அகங்காரம் அதன் விளைவாய் யுகங்களாய் பிறந்தே தவித்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. நிலையானது ஆன்மாவென உணர்ந்துந்தன் பதம் சரண் புகுந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. எதிராய் புரிந்திந்த புவி மேல் நீதம் வந்த அகந்தையில் உழன்றோம் நித்யானந்தா. கதிராய் எதிராய் புரிந்திந்த புவி மேல் நீதம் வந்த அகந்தையில் உழன்றோம் நித்யானந்தா. கதிராய் நிலைதனை எரித்தே வழி தரும் ஒளியாய் மலர்ந்த எம் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. பிடிவாதம் எனும் சிறையில் பிடிப்பட்டே பிணி அடைந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. இறை வடிவாய் பிறந்தங்கள் பிணி போக்கிட பெரும் மருந்தாய் மலர்ந்த எம் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. காற்றினிலே பெரும் கோட்டைகள் கட்டியம் காலங்கள் கரைந்தது நித்யானந்தா. தேற்றியம் வாழ்வினை மாற்றிடும் கூற்றினை காட்டினையே குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. நாவினில் தோன்றிடும் பாவினில் ஆழ்ந்த பொருள் என நின்றிடும் நித்யானந்தா. நான் மறை மூன்று தமிழ் தனை காத்திடும் ஞான முதல்வனே நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. கூவிடும் கூக்குரல் கேட்ட அம்மாத்திரம் ஓடி வந்தான் வீடும் நித்யானந்தா. மேவிடும் தீமைகள் யாவையும் தாங்கிய சூலத்தில் நீக்கிடும் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. என்னிடும் தூரத்தில் இல்லை என்றென்ன என் எண்ணத்திலே நின்ற நித்யானந்தா. எண்ணத்தில் நின்று எம் எண்ணில்லா எண்ணங்கள் மாய்த்தமை காத்தயம் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. மனமும் பல ஆயிரம் கேள்விகள் தாங்கிய தவித்தது நித்யானந்தா. கேள்விகள் யாவும் அம்மாத்திரமே உந்தன் மௌனம் துடைத்தது நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. வருந்தும் அடியவரை உயர்நிலை கேட்டிட உனையன்றி எவரில்லை நித்யானந்தா. அறிந்தும் தன் பதமலர் சரணமடைந்தோம் கருணை பொழிந்திடு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அரவம் அடக்கிய தேரையாய் மனமதில் சிக்கிய தவித்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. துயத்துடைத்தேயமக்குயர் நிலை காட்டிய உன்னத குருவே நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. ஆணவத்தால் இங்கு அறிவை இழந்தயம் வாழ்வொரு வாழ்வோ நித்யானந்தா. ஆனந்த வாழ்வினை அருளிட அருணையில் அவதரித்தனையோ நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அகத்தினை மூடிய பனியாய் எண்ணத்தில் உறைந்து கிடந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. ஜகத்தினிலே பனி அகற்றிடும் ஞாயிறாய் ஒளிர்ந்தமை மீட்டாய் நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அரவம் மிரட்டிடும் கருடனென பெரும் அச்சத்தில் அலைந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. பயிர்களை காத்திடும் மேகமாய் வந்து எம் பயந்தனை நீக்கிடு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு 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 நித்யானந்தா. மானுடமாய் வந்து மாயையினால் பெரும் வீழ்வு நிலைத்தது நித்யானந்தா. வேதியனாய் மனம் ஆழ்ந்து உணர்ந்திட தியானத்தை தந்த என் நித்யானந்தா. வேற்றுமையின்றி வேண்டிடும் யாவர்க்கும் ஞானத்தை காட்டிடும் நித்யானந்தா. தேற்றிட வாழ்வினில் காற்றனவே புகுந்தாண்டிடும் மையனே நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. உறவென பற்றிடும் உள்ளங்கள் யாவைக்கும் உண்மையை உணர்த்திடும் நித்யானந்தா. உண்மையை உணர்ந்திட உள்ளமும் உண்மையும் நீ என உணர்ந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா. அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா.
सुधाब्दे कबलिदगन विश्वरूप किरणावल्या. अरुणाचल परमात्मन् अरुणो भव चित्तकञ्च सुविगासाय.
அமுதக்கடலே அருள் நிறைவான அமுதக்கடலே விரிகதிரால் யாவும் விழுங்கும் அருணகிரி பரமான்மாவே கிளருளப்பூ நன்றாய் விரி பருதியாக விளங்கு
सर्वं भूत्वा स्थित्वा प्रलीनने तच्चित्रम् नृत्यगमित्यात्मतया नृत्यसिभोस्ते वदन्ति हृदयनाम
சித்திரமாமிக்கெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின்பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால் சித்திரமாமிக்கெல்லாம் செம்மலையே நின்பாலே உத்திதமாய் நின்றே ஒடுங்கிடுமால் நித்தியமும் நானில் ஹிருதயம் நடித்திடுவையாலும் பேர்தான் இதயம் என்றிடுவர் தாம்
अहमिति कुदायादि जन्विष्यान्त प्रविष्टयाद्यमरधिया अवगम्य
Today, on the 8th day of Nithyananda Purnima Brahmotsavam, with the grace and blessings of Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Nidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we are celebrating He has been working for uplifting the human consciousness through the manifesting of KAILASA. Now let us offer our gratitude and worship to the divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Jnanamurtim Vandvatitam Gaganasatrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambham Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Varyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Lalate
Arunachala Velgum Imburuvamungil Aalde
श्रीमद्रमण महर्षे दर्शनमरुणाचलस्य देवगिरा पञ्चकवार्या गीतो रत्नम् इदम् उपनिषदम्
அருணகிரிரமணம் ஆரியத்தில் கண்ட அருமறையந்த கருத்தேயாகும் அருணாச்சல பஞ்சகமணியை தன் தமிழ் வெண்பாவா உலகு களித்தான் வந்து தன் தமிழ் வெண்பாவா உலகு களித்தான் வந்து ஹரியாதீத മകര ജീവര തകവാരി ജഗുകയിൽ അറിവായി രവി പരമാത്മൻ അരുണാചല രമണൻ പരിവാളുള മുരുകാനല പരനാർന്നിടുകയാർന്ന് അറിവാം വിഴിത്തിരവാ നിജമറിവായത് വെളിയാ அருணாச்சலவன் பெயர் வாழ்க அப்பெயர் வாழ்த்துதி பஞ்சகம் வாழ்க வாய்மலர் மாரமணன் பதம் வாழ்க அப்பதம் மன்னல் அன்பரே
तवतजानो रुद्रमृडया याते रुद्र शिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तजानस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसि पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि यथा न सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असते अध्यवोचतधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषके अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौजस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेड ईमहे असौजो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः दशांगं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम् श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः दीपं दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यान्तरम् आचमनं समर्पयामि एतस्य राज्यमादत्ते यो राजासन् राज्यो वासो मे नेजते देवसुवा मेधानि हवीगुंसि भवन्ति य एतावन्तो वै देवानागुंसवाः त एवास्मै सवान् प्रयच्छन्ति त एन पुनः सुवन्ते राज्याय देवसुराजा भवति कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः सर्वोपचारार्थे सर्वमङ्गलवाप्यर्थे सर्वापराधक्षमापनार्थे कर्पूर नीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि जय सर्वजनाधीश जय अरुणाचलेश्वर जय देव महादेव जय नित्यानन्देश्वर जय दग्धपुराध्यक्ष जय कालान्तकारक जय कामविरामेश जय भक्तानुकम्पक जय त्रैलोक्यसंरक्षिन् जय निर्गुण सद्गुण जयानन्तगुणारम्भ जय घोर महेश्वर मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने सदाशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परावतार नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे महारोगनिवृत्ताय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्
உன் கண் அருணாச்சலனேவோ
त्यक्त्वा विषयं बाह्यं रुद्धप्राणेन रुद्धमनसान्तस्त्वा ध्यायन् पश्यति योगी नीतिमरुणाचलद्वयमहीयन्ते
விடம் விட்டு விளங்கும் அருணேசா வழியடக்க நிற்கும் மனத்தால் வழியடக்க நிற்கும் மனத்தால் உளமதனில் உன்னை தியானித்து
கண்டாரே கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே ஒரு வீடு ஒரு கூடு அட எதுவும் கிடையாதே சாக்காடு பிடிமூப்பு அதையெல்லாம் கடந்தாரே கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே கூத்தாடும் சடையாண்டி அதை குறியா கொண்டாரே காத்தோடு கதை பேசி சிவஞானம் கண்டாரே பத்தோட ஓரட்டு பத்தோட 18 சித்தர்கள் விளையாட்டு எத்தனை பேருக்கு தந்தாரோ கையாட்டு சித்தங்கா போக்கு சிவம் போக்கு என சொன்னாரே பித்தங்கா போக மருந்தாக தனம் வந்தாரே வடகாசி தென்காசி வழிதோறும் சித்தரடி அடியாத்தி முடிஞ்சாக்கா அடையாளம் கண்டுபிடி கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே ஒரு வீடு ஒரு கூடு அட எதுவும் கிடையாதே சாக்காடு பிடிமூப்பு அதையெல்லாம் கடந்தாரே கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே கூத்தாடும் சடையாண்டி அதை குறியா கொண்டாரே காத்தோடு கதை பேசி சிவஞானம் கண்டாரே பத்தோட ஓரட்டு பத்தோட 18 சித்தர்கள் விளையாட்டு எத்தனை பேருக்கு தந்தாரோ கையாட்டு சித்தங்கா போக்கு சிவம் போக்கு என சொன்னாரே. பித்தங்கா போக மருந்தாக தனம் வந்தாரே. வடகாசி தென்காசி வழிதோறும் சித்தரடி. அடியாத்தி முடிஞ்சாக்கா அடையாளம் கண்டுபிடி. கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே. கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே. கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே. ஒரு வீடு ஒரு கூடு அட எதுவும் கிடையாதே. சாக்காடு பிடிமூப்பு அதையெல்லாம் கடந்தாரே. கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே. கூத்தாடும் சடையாண்டி அதை குறியா கொண்டாரே. காத்தோடு கதை பேசி சிவஞானம் கண்டாரே. பத்தோட ஓரட்டு பத்தோட 18 சித்தர்கள் விளையாட்டு. எத்தனை பேருக்கு தந்தாரோ கையாட்டு. சித்தங்கா போக்கு சிவம் போக்கு என சொன்னாரே. பித்தங்கா போக மருந்தாக தனம் வந்தாரே. வடகாசி தென்காசி வழிதோறும் சித்தரடி. அடியாத்தி முடிஞ்சாக்கா அடையாளம் கண்டுபிடி. கண்டாரே காணாதத கண்டாரே. கண்டாரே கைலாசம் கண்டாரே.
ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. ஊரறியே என் பேரறியே உறவறியே தவத்துறவறியே. உள்ளொன்று புறம் ஒன்று பேசறிய உமை சிவன் போலே வேறறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. காலையும் மாலையும் கணக்கறிய நாளும் கோளும் நான் அறிய. பாலையும் சோலையும் பிரித்தறிய பரம பரஞ்சோதி அடி சிறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர. ஐயா ஊனறிய உயிர் உடலறிய மோன பெருவழியை நான் அறிய. ஆணறிய பெண்ணறிய ஆதி சிதம்பரம் நான் அறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர. சாமி பொன்னெது பொருளது கண்டறிய முகமும் மோகமும் கொண்டறிய. ஆசை பேராசை அறிந்தறிய அம்பலமாடியை மறந்தறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. ஆகம வேதங்கள் படித்தறிய 6 குளங்களில் குடித்தறிய. யாகமும் யோகமும் செய்தறிய கோமுகம் பார்த்து பணிந்தறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சும்மா ஒருபோது இருந்தறிய சுத்த அசுத்தங்கள் பார்த்தறிய. ஆத்ம நிவேதன செய்தறிய அர்த்தநாரீசன் அடி சிறிய. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர. சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர பேரறிய கொடுங்காடறிய சோமசுந்தரன மறந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர உணவறிய ஊரும் உணர்வறிய உள்யது வெளியது நான் அறிய கணவறிய நனவறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர இரவறிய ஒரு பகலறிய இறப்பு பிறப்பு நான் அறிய வரவறிய கை செலவறிய பரசிவ திருவடி மறந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர சாமி சூதறிய கொடுவாதறிய சூத்திரம் சாத்திரம் நான் அறிய தீதறிய நன்மை சிறிதறிய திகம்பர தேசிகன் அடி சிறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர சாமி வழியறிய கொண்ட வழியறிய பாவ புண்ணியம் நான் அறிய குலமறியேன் பிறர் நலமறிய நீத கண்டன மறந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர சுகமறிய துக்கமறிய சொந்தமும் பந்தமும் நான் அறிய அகமறிய சுத்த புறமறிய அரும்பெருஞ்சோதி அடி சிறிய சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர 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 ஐயா சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர சிவ 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 அரகர சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர சிவ 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 அரகர யோகி ஐயா சிவ 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 அரகர சாமி தோப்பு ஐயா சிவ 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 அரகர அரகர 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 சிவ 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 சிவ
அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் உலகிற்கு வந்தம்மை ஆட்கொள்ள தேவர்களை காத்திட வைத்தான் தாயாய் பேரருள் புரிய உடல் ரோமம் சிலிர்த்திட நித்யனாய் வந்து அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரம ஞானியாய் ஞான கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் வித்தை கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரம ஞானியாய் ஞான கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் மெய்ப்பொருள் நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் தாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் புலனாகின்ற நித்யன் மெய்ப்பொருளான நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் யாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் புலனாகின்ற நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்தில் கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் உள்ளும் பூரமும் இருந்து உயிர் பக்குவமாக்கிடும் பரமனாம் நித்யன் ஞானப்பாடி தங்கள் ஏழும் கொண்ட ஞானமும் ஆகியே ஆண்டிடும் நித்யன் உள்ளும் பூரமும் இருந்து உயிர் பக்குவமாக்கிடும் பரமனாம் நித்யன் ஞானப்பாடி தங்கள் ஏழும் கொண்ட ஞானமும் ஆகியே ஆண்டிடும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்தில் கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் ஆப்த வாக்கியங்களான அருள் கவிதைகள் நித்யனின் மகிமை சொல்லிடும் மகிமை அர்ப்பிக்க பின்னே சிவசக்தி ஸ்வரூபமாய் தோன்றிடும் நித்யன் ஆப்த வாக்கியங்களான அருள் கவிதைகள் நித்யனின் மகிமை சொல்லிடும் மகிமை அர்ப்பிக்க பின்னே சிவசக்தி ஸ்வரூபமாய் தோன்றிடும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்தில் கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புண்ணிய கேத்திரம் தனிலே நித்யன் உன்னத நீலை மூலத்தில் வருவேன் விண்ணவர் மன்னவர் ஒப்ப அகிலம் ஆளும் கீர்த்தியுட ஈசன் நித்யானந்தன் புண்ணிய கேத்திரம் தனிலே நித்யன் உன்னத நீலை மூலத்தில் வருவேன் விண்ணவர் மன்னவர் ஒப்ப அகிலம் ஆளும் கீர்த்தியுட ஈசன் நித்யானந்தன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்தில் கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான்
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome all of you with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedar, Kotari, Sarvanyapita, Kartas, Yajamans, Manifestors, Sarvaparityahis, Kailasas, E-Gurukul students, NHU students, Mantreshwara, Vidyeshwara, Ganeshwara, Lokeshwara, Astreshwara, everyone sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's direct message from Kailasa, Smaranat Mukti Arunachalam. Being with that which neither need to be remembered, can be remembered, nor can be forgotten, or forcibly no need to remember it. Anyway, you can't forget it. Being in that space is Arunachala Smaranam. I'll explain. Listen. I'll try to verbalize exactly what I received from my Guru Parampara on this very day, 27 years before. Please understand, today, 27 years completed. My Guru Parampara has done the formal Yoga Pattabhishekam to me. It was May 24th, 1994. This time, fortunately, almost next day. It has fallen on May 25th, 2021. We are celebrating as per Hindu calendar. So, 1994, May 24th. Formally, my Guru Parampara has done the Yoga Pattabhishekam. What I received from them, I'll transmit that to all of you today. It is now 27 years completed with the Guru's grace, the Guru Parampara's grace, starting from Arunagiri Yogishwara, Paramashiva himself, and the whole Guru Parampara. This is the auspicious day, did the Yoga Pattabhishekam. And transmitted the ultimate powers and responsibilities to revive Kailasa. So last 27 years now completed. With today, 27 years completed, entering into 28th year. 27 years of sincere commitment to my Guru Parampara and hard work. Beautifully the Kailasa is revived and it has flowered and it is continuing to expand. "27 years completed and 28th year entering." So it is 94. If you count, you can see very clearly 27 years completed, 28th year we are entering. So 27 years of commitment and sincere hard work to my Guru Parampara. From Paramashiva himself. Everything is absolute blessing. Arunachala's blessing. Even my name, I'm so happy that I have the title Annamalai Arunachalam. That's why I did not change that. I want all of you to know, even when after the sannyas, when I changed my legal name to Nithyananda in the passport, I did not change the title. If you see my old passport, which is already there out in the internet, somebody leaked it. You can see very clearly Annamalai Arunachalam. That title I did not change because I want continuously me to utter that word Annamalai Arunachalam. And I want all of you to repeat all the time Annamalai Arunachalam Nithyananda Swami. So that is the reason I did not remove. I did not change the title. See, in India, legally you can use your guru's name as a father's name. Even in the passport. It is by law allowed. I want all of you to know, in India, when you take sannyas, you can legally change your name into sannyas name, and legally you can change your biological father's name to your guru's name. Your guru gets the status of your father once you take sannyas, and legally you can change the name, and as per the law itself, anybody initiated into sannyas has a legal right over the property of the guru. It's law. By law in India, if somebody is given sannyas by me, all the property in my name, they have a legal right. So it's a legal relationship, not just spiritual or moral alone. So I had the option of changing my father's name to my guru's name, replacing it. Then I decided, hey, my guru is Annamalai and Arunachalam. They themselves came as guru to me. So let it be there as it is. I just left it. So he himself came as father and guru. My grandfather's name is Annamalai. Father's name is Arunachalam. Both same. Annamalai is the Tamil word for Arunachalam. Arunachalam is the Sanskrit word for Annamalai. Both have same meaning. And the great Guru Parampara, if I have to tell the names, all the names I remember itself will run into hundreds. From Arunagiri Yogishwara, Paramashiva himself, then Guhe Namachivayar, Guru Namachivayar, Virubakshi Devar, Seshadri Swamigal, Ramana Maharishi, Isakki Swamigal, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, and Gautamashram Chinna Swamigal, Gautamashram Periya Swamigal. There is a long list. The Guru Parampara. Fortunately, we have many gurus, short biography, introduction, and some of them photograph. Photo, I think we have only some, maybe 20 gurus. But the short bio intro, we have at least documented biographical introduction, we have at least 100 gurus. The great Guru Parampara. Unbroken lineage of gurus. The Guru Parampara. Initiated me, accepted me, and given these great blessings. You can see the photograph of great Brahma Rishi Isakki Swamigal and Mataji Vibhudanandapuri, and me sitting in that Sarvanya Pita, in that same place. I bow down to all the Guru Parampara from Om Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Now I'll initiate all of you. Whatever I received from my Guru Parampara, I'll transmit that to all of you. Listen. Brahma Aksharam, Maha Aksharam. It means just the 3 dot in Tamil letter, 3 dot. It's called means just put your throat on your upper palate. Lock the throat into the upper palate. Listen. Listen sincerely. I'll repeat. Brahma Aksharam. The Maha Aksharam. Ultimate mantra. Truth. This is what I received on this Yoga Pattabhishekam day. I am giving you that to all of you. It's like a technique. It can give you enlightenment suddenly. It can just manifest. See, first understand, there is something which does not need to be remembered in you, which is there as you, which remembers everything. See, in all of us, there is something which you don't need to remember. That only remembers everything. Whether you are sleeping or you are in waking state, or you are in dreaming state, any state, there is something which is in you which remembers everything, and you don't need to remember that. That which is in you, which does not need to be remembered, but which remembers everything, is Arunachala. Listen. All of us have something in us which does not need to be remembered. That only remembers everything and everyone. That is Arunachala. That is the most powerful reality. Remembering which does not need to be remembered or cannot be remembered, which remembers everything. In you, there is something which cannot be remembered or forgotten, but that only remembers everything, including what you think as you. Listen. Cognizing that, sit with this means putting the lower throat on the upper palate. It's a Tamil letter which is projected Isaki Swami's page. Listen, I am projecting the page where my Guru has written in his own hand the Isaki Swamigal. Of course, he left the body before this day. He initiated much earlier. Even though Kuppammal did the Yoga Pattabhishekam on this day, the initiation was done much earlier. But this was the initiation. And formally Kuppammal gave on this day. So listen, I am projecting the page to all of you. 3 dot. In Tamil, we pronounce it like ak. So putting your throat on the upper palate, locking it. That's all. Listen. Remember in you, which does not need to be remembered, which is there forever in you, which remembers everything. In you, there is something which you don't need to remember, you can't forget, which remembers everything. Listen to these 3 qualities. In you, there is something which can't be forgotten, which does not need to be remembered. It is there all the time. That only remembers everything in you. This 3 quality is what the 3 dot. The 3 dot is these 3 qualities. This is the Brahma Akshara, Maha Akshara. Remember this 3 quality. There is something in me which does not need to be remembered, which is there all the time, which cannot be forgotten, which is there all the time. Whether I am sleeping or deep sleep or dream, it is there. That's why when I wake up, I just know I slept well. So even through the sleep, that is there alive. And that only remembers everything. This 3 point is the Brahma Akshara. This 3 point is the Brahma Mantra. Brahma Akshara, Maha Akshara. Just cognize this and sit with the This is Arunachala Smaranam. Just by Smarana Mukti, liberation. It is a very simple but very clear initiation. See, it is like a cognizing, not believing or not thinking, just cognizing. I'll give you one example. What I mean by the word cognizing. One of my disciples, Adinavasi, she came and reported to me a very beautiful incident. Few days before, our Sarvanyapita Karta, Ramesh Ramani, asked for a blessing from Devi for his healing. It seems Devi blessed that he will be healed immediately, completely. And then our Adinavasi, she called him and conveyed this message to him. And after that asked him, as a follow-up, next year, after 2 days, sometime, she asked him, how do you feel? How is your health? Are you completely healed? You are all right. He made a beautiful statement. Hey, Devi said, I am healed. Over. I am not going to go to the doctor to get an opinion on Devi's blessings, on Devi's words. She said, I am healed, I am healed. Now body I am having is the healed body. Over. This is what I call cognition. I said, oh God. This is what is absolute powerfulness. You call it as a enlightenment, powerful cognition, or surrender, whatever you call it. When she came and reported to me, this is what Ramesh Ramani said. I said, he is already healed. He is already healed. Understand? He said very clearly, Devi told me I am healed. Over. I am not going to go to doctor or do any other test, check up these, that. When Devi said I am healed. Over. This is what I call cognition. Listen now. In all of us, there is something which does not need to be remembered. And there is something which cannot be forgotten. And that only remembers everything. You all have it right now. Sit with that. That is what is Brahma Aksharam. Brahma Dhyanam. A project.
ಅಷ್ಟಲಿಂಗ ಲಿಂಗೋದ್ಭವನೇ ಅಯನರಿದೇಡ ಎಳುந்த ಅಗ್ನಿಲಿಂಗ ಅಪ್ಪುಲಿಂಗ ಇಂದಿರಲಿಂಗ ಚಂದಿರ ಕುಬೇರಲಿಂಗ ಎಪ್ಪಡಿ ಅன்பರ್ ಅழைப்பார் அப்படியாகும்.
Listen carefully. Listen. I'm just projecting that paper which my gurus gave me in their own handwriting. Brahma Aksharam, Brahma Dhyanam, I'll repeat precisely the instruction. Brahma Dhyanam means meditating on Parabrahman. Brahma Aksharam means the mantra for the Parabrahman. Yes. Now here I am projecting it. Please raise the page. That below. That's it.
லிங்க கண்ணால் கண்டது கொண்டது புண்ணியம் அஷ்டதீர்த்தலிங்க மன்னா விண்ணா அடிமுடி எனஹரி தேடும் ஏகபாதா மண்ணே பொன்னாய் ரசவாதம் செய் சித்த கணநாதா அப்பா அப்பா பலமுனி மலைக்குள் உலவும் சிவலோகா தப்பே செய்யும் தயவு காட்டிடும் அன்பில் தாயானவா அம்மா அம்மா அருணையில் அடுக்கு லிங்கம் ஆயிரமா அருணாச்சல சிவயன மலை சுற்றும் மனம் சிவாலயமா வருவோம் வழிபடுவோம் மிக பணிவாய் பதம் பணிவோம் அருணாச்சல சிவவோம் பல தீர்த்தமாடி வருவோம் ஈசா 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 அருணாச்சல ஈசா வாசா 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 அண்ணாமலை வாசா விமலா விமலா விமல சொரூபா மும்மலமற்றவனே கமலாலயம் தலை கிள்ளி எரிந்த அருணாச்சல சிவனே அருணா அருணா அருணகிரியாடும் ஆதி செடுஞ்சுடரே கருணாகரணே சிவனே ஆதி அந்தமிலா ஒளியே தீவா 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 கார்த்திகை சுடரோனே வா 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 அணி அண்ணாமலை அட்டநாரீசனே சித்தா 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 சித்த சிகாமணியே சொத்தா பத்தா எல்லாம் நீயே சோதிமலையானே வேண்டும் வரம் வேண்டும் உன்னை மறவா மனம் வேண்டும் அண்ணாமலை ஒளியே உன்னில் ஜோதியாக வேண்டும்
Listen. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. Here I am projecting the exact handwriting given to me by Isaki Swamigal. That Diksha procedure and the initiation of the Yoga Pattabhishekam I received from Isaki Swamigal. Please understand, Isaki Swamigal left the body before this day itself. But the initiation rituals, it is a lot of rituals. There are some 36 rituals. All the more than 30 rituals were performed by Isaki Swami himself. That last few was completed by Kuppammal. So I am now giving you the Brahma Akshara Upadesam, Brahma Dhyanam. This is the Yoga Pattabhishekam exactly. So this is what is giving me the authority to initiate all of you and enlightenment. So now I am giving that same experience to all of you. Listen. Because the internet was fluctuating, I will repeat. You don't need to worry that you missed earlier. And I heard even Ramesh Ramani has joined just now. So for the sake of Ramesh Ramani also, I will repeat the whole thing. Ramesh, you don't need to feel you missed something. Now I am going to repeat the whole thing. You can listen. Listen, all of you listen. This is what exactly I received from my Guru Parampara. There are other many rituals done. I will give you the essence of enlightenment. They actually put both the thumb on both my eyes and then one thumb on the third eye. Means both my eyes they pressed and then they pressed the third eye. That is the 3 dot. Symbolically putting this 3 dot into my system. That the Brahma Aksharam. Putting that into my system. And then there were other rituals. All those were done. I'll give you now the essence. Listen carefully. Number 1. Brahma Dhyanam means being in that ultimate Parabrahma, Paramashiva, Parandama, which is the ultimate. Paramam, Paramatma, Paramashakti. All these words you can use. That Paramam, ultimate. Being in that Paramam, that is called Brahma Dhyanam. Brahma Aksharam, the syllable which puts you in that space. Mahaksharam, Brahma Aksharam. That Brahma Aksharam is this 3 dot. You can see in my own Guru's handwriting, Brahma Dhyanam. That word in Tamil it is written. And 3 dot. That 3 dot is the Brahma Akshara, ultimate mantra, which puts you in Samadhi immediately. And now I will give you precise cognition. This 3 dot means, understand, there is something in you which you don't need to remember. It is there 24 hours. When you are waking state, when you are in dream state, when you are in deep sleep state, it is there. Even during deep sleep, it is there. That is why after sleep, when you come out, you say, I slept so well. So it is there. You don't need to remember it. And you can't forget it. It is there. Which you don't need to remember, which you can't forget, and that only remembers everything. This 3. qualities put together, there is something in you. That is Arunachala. That is Paramatma. That is Paramashiva. That is Parabrahma. That is Parandama. That is Paramashakti. That is Paramaguru. And that is Paramatma. Listen. Listen to these three statements. These three only you need to remember. Which is there in me, which I don't need to remember. First. Which I cannot forget, even if I want. Third. That only remembers everything. Which is there in all of us always. How many of you are able to understand? With how many of you it clicks? Yes? Yes? Raise your hand. If it clicks with you, raise your hand. This is exactly Arunachala. Remember that which cannot be remembered, cannot be forgotten, that only remembers everything. That is what is cognition. That is what is cognition. It is not faith. It is not belief. It is not idea. It just clicks. Sit and try to understand this. Yes, there is something in me. I don't need to remember. And I can't forget. And that only remembers me. Remembers everything. That is what is Arunachala. That is what is Paramatman. That is what is Parabrahman. That is what is Paramashiva. That is what is Parampurul. That is what is Paramashakti. That is what is Parabrahma, Parandama, Paramashiva, Paramashakti, Paramatma, Paramaguru. Sitting in that is Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Brahma Dhyanam. Cognizing that is Brahma Dhyanam. This 3 point, the Brahma Akshara, close up the Brahma Akshara. All of you listen carefully. Project பண்ணுங்கப்பா. All yes, now you can see. I'm projecting it. It's exactly in the handwriting of my own Guru, Isaki Swamigal. Brahma Dhyanam, that is the word. And the 3 dot you see is the Brahma Akshara. Please understand. whatever I received from my gurus, I am sharing it with all of you. Fortunately, we have the original handwriting of my gurus still now with us. It is there with us. It's a 30-page document. I am uploading that whole 30-page document in the Facebook. You can all enjoy it. I want all of you to read. Please read. If you can understand Tamil, please read. If you don't know Tamil, get the translation and read. Actually, this is like a certificate for me. See, when you go to a doctor, you need to know that person is a doctor. He is authorized to attend to you. He is authorized to treat you. The doctor medical certificate is the authority. That's a medical certificate. That certificate that he completed medicine gives the authority for him to treat you. Same way, this Yoga Pattabhisheka Patram, this Diksha Patram, gives authority for me to teach all of you. The Guru Parampara's authority. So I am uploading this. All of you, please watch. Now I will repeat. Remember, there is something in you which does not need to be remembered, which cannot be remembered, which does not need to be remembered, which cannot be forgotten. That only remembers you. So sit with that. Be with that. That 3 point is that which need not be remembered, which cannot be forgotten, which remembers me. That is the 3 dot. This 3 understanding, realization, only the 3 dot. So just put your throat on the upper palate with that. That's all. And sit, which is in me, which does not need to be remembered, cannot be remembered, which cannot be forgotten. That only remembers me. Let me be in that. That's all. This is the Brahma Dhyanam. If you sit, now you can manifest it. You can experience it. This is what I call cognizing. It is not faith. It is not belief. I am not teaching you some theology. I am not teaching you some principle. I am not teaching you some philosophy. I am teaching you the reality. Truth. This is Brahma Dhyanam. This is Brahma Aksharam. With my Guru's grace and the Guru Parampara's blessings, I am giving this Brahma Dhyanam and Brahma Aksharam formally to all of you, initiating all of you into this Brahma Dhyanam, Brahma Aksharam, Brahma Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Giving you all my blessings. As I said, this is cognition, not an idea or a thought. It is just, yes, clicking with it. Yes, what Swamiji is saying is true. There is something in me which does not need to be remembered. You can't go back to the same old. You can't go back to the same old mental setup. Something happens in you. That is what is the power of this initiation. As I said, this is cognition. I was giving you an example. What is meant by the word cognition about Ramesh Ramani? A few days before, Ramesh Ramani asked Devi for his healing, some physical healing. It seems Devi blessed, immediately it will be healed. And after that, maybe one day or after that, one of my sannyasi called him and conveyed the message from Devi and then asked him, how are you feeling now? Your health is okay. He said, Devi told I am healed, means I am healed, that's all. I am not going to go to doctor to get his opinion or cross-check what Devi said. If Devi said I am healed, over. That is what I call it as cognition. When she came and reported to me, I said, he is healed. The absolute cognition. You can call it as absolute surrender, oneness, anything you want. That is what is cognition. Swamiji said, Devi said, I am healed, over, that's all. Now Devi said, I am healed. Now the body I am having is the healed body. So there is no doctor can set a standard of sickness and declare whether I am healed or sick, anything. The scale cannot be set by the doctor. The Devi said, I am healed, that is the scale. I am healed, over. That is what is cognition. That is what is cognition. You can call it as surrender or oneness, whatever. When she came and told this, I told, wow, God. You all tell me, na? You all tell many times, oh, Swamiji made my day. When she came and reported to me, I said, Ramesh Ramani made my day. That is what is cognition. Listen now. Now, whatever I am saying, just click with it. That's it. Which is there in you, which need not be remembered, which cannot be forgotten. That only remembers you. That is Arunachalam. That is Parabrahmam. That is Parandama. That is Paramashiva. That is Paramashakti. That is Paramatman. Somebody is asking to tell me in Tamil. But if I tell in Tamil, you won't understand. நினைப்பொடு மறப்பும் சிந்தையொடு நிந்தையும் கழியவும் அழியவும் ஒண்ணாத நிலை. நினைப்பு இல்லாததும் நினைக்க இயலாததும் மறக்க இயலாததும் மறக்க ஒண்ணாததும் எதன் இருப்பினால் நீ உனை நினைக்கிறாயோ அது. எது தன்னுடைய இருப்பினால் உன்னையே நினைக்கச் செய்கிறதோ அது. அதுவே அருணாச்சலம், பரபிரம்மம், பரந்தாமம், பரமபதம், பரமசிவம், பரமசக்தி, பரமாத்மன், பரம்பொருள். Just cognize that. That's all. With the grace of Guru Parampara, I am giving this Brahma Dhyana initiation, Brahma Mantra initiation, Brahma Nirvikalpa Samadhi to all of you as Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, Anubudhi. Now sit, put your throat on the upper palate and remember this Brahma Mantra. This three cognition, which does not need to be remembered, cannot be remembered also, does not need to be forgotten, cannot be forgotten, because of which I remember me. Let me be in that. Om, Om, Om. Blessings to all of you. Smaranat Arunachalam, Smaranat Arunachalam, Smaranat Arunachalam, Smaranat Mukti Arunachalam, Smaranat Mukti Arunachalam, Smaranat Mukti Arunachalam. Just by remembering liberation. This is what Arunachalam. Remembering this liberates you once for all. Cognize this. I give you all as initiation. Now try to sit and cognize this. Watch this initiation and satsang few times, so it will click exactly in you. Watch this satsang again and again. Then it will click and sit in that space. My blessings to all of you. You will all be able to cognize this and achieve that state of Smaranat Arunachalam, Parabrahmam, Parandama, Paramapadam, Paramashivam, Paramashakti, Paramatman, Paramaguru, Paramborul. So with this, I bless you all. Whatever I have received from my Guru Parampara, I have transmitted to all of you today. I'll give more answers, details. After you practice, come back and put the question. So put the question after you practice and come back. Then I'll answer your questions. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with the state, space. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततमगुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गि साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्रीमहामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्तगणनायक श्रीमहागणपति समारम्भ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरम्परा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्तिस्वर्गपुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्रीकैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्रीकैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्य सच्चिदानन्द प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री
under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadushnam Tattvamasyaadilakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalam. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to when you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Science of power manifestation. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Bhagavan has beautifully given it as a science because we can recreate it anytime we want and it can be done by anyone. Then only it's called science. So science of power manifestation, which is given by the pramanas, the evidences, the Shastra Pramana, reference from the Shastras. The eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. The Shastras are Vedas and Agamas. The Apta Pramana, the experience of the result of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nanamas, Alvar, Siddhas, all Brahma Rishi that Bhagavan said, Isigal, Swamigal, all of them manifested all the powers of Paramashiva and initiated Bhagavan into the higher consciousness. The Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan has beautifully played all the Leela to make us understand the higher consciousness. The Shakshi Pramana, experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, initiated by Bhagavan into the most auspicious space of manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Beautifully, Bhagavan has given us the pramanas, evidences that we all can manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. And after each initiation, after each darshan, Bhagavan raises us to the higher superconscious and makes us experience the ultimate oneness space to make us, each one of us, experience what he gives as initiation in each one of us. So let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas, Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Vijnana, which is consciousness, Bhairava, one who experiences consciousness, and Tantra, the method who experience consciousness beyond the mind. Here beautifully he gives us the Pramanas.
Shastra Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter, silicon, is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Kvachit vastuni vinyasya shanair-drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Kvachid vastuni vinyasya shanair-drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet.
Beautifully, Bhagavan Paramashiva says in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, Vastu, one should slowly withdraw the sight from the object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of the object along with the thoughts and impression of it. O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exist, which is all inclusive infinity. Bhagavan beautifully says how that which is something which we cannot forget, that which is something which we cannot remember, and that which is something which remembers me. And so beautifully Bhagavan again and again reiterates the powerful cognition that happens in us is the powerful shift which happens in us. For example, Bhagavan gave a beautiful example how he was healed when he had the powerful cognition shift in him. What is powerful cognition? If you have a visual problem, a proper visual problem, and I show the answer before you solve it, how would you have any question about it? You would just know it. And what is the problem to solve? If you give me the solution, is what we will ask the person. I give you a visual problem, then I give you the answer for it and tell you, did you find the solution? You will just say, I know it. And you cannot remove that solution out of that problem because you know it now, the answer. That is the experience of powerful cognitions. Bhagavan is giving us the solution of the problem that we are experiencing, and in the delusion, raising us to the higher consciousness, making us understand that which understands us is what we understand. He says so beautifully, in the deep sleep, we understand that we have slept. Even though we sleep every single day, 8 hours, we never get bored, tired, nothing. We are so much enjoying it every single day. Somebody asks us to do, not to do only, we'll get upset. We are ready to do every single day without boredom and tiredness. It's because that which is much beyond the boredom and tiredness is what we remember us as us, which wakes us up to this waking state, which puts us into the dream state, which puts us into the deep sleep state. That which does all that and much beyond is that which is there, which makes us function, which makes us understand, which makes us cognize, which makes us do everything. That is what Bhagavan says, that is Arunachala. And Smarnatha Mukti, just being in that state, just be. And simply you will understand that you are Arunachala, that which is much beyond everything else. So beautifully, if you see the light, the self-effulgent light, Bhagavan says, that is outside, that is inside, that's everywhere, that exists as self-effulgent in you. Even in the darkest room, if you bring your hand, you know that it's your hand and it reflects in your brain. Who puts the light inside the brain? Because there is self-effulgence, we already know that it already exists. We experience that. That which is there, which is already there as you, is what is Arunachala. Bhagavan asks us to hold that cognition. And when we hold that with a sound that Bhagavan initiated us into the Brahma Akshara, the 3 points, Ak, pushing our throat from your navel center, you feel like something pulling inside your throat to your upper palate, he says. And when you make the sound, and simply you are in that oneness space of Paramashiva, and simply if you meditate in the space, you recognize your higher dimension, higher reality, and that cognition cannot be removed because you have already cognized it. Like you have already the solution to what you're searching for. Bhagavan has initiated you and you experience that. Hold that again and again and experience that to what it is. All that curiosity will make you manifest the powers. Let's go to Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana are the rishis, munis, ganas, nainamas, alvars, siddhas, who all experience the higher consciousness. Sita was one of the greatest beings who had come down on planet Earth. She is the planet Earth, Bhuma Devi's daughter, who has come to beautifully show us the how a woman holds the highest chastity and highest integrity of Rama, and simply lives in such a oneness space that everything that exists for her is Rama. And such a beautiful space when she just goes back to the ground. And this is from Valmiki Ramayan, Uttarakhanda, and commands the earth through her consciousness to open up and take her, because her duty was done. Through the sheer power of her will, her consciousness, Bhuma Devi had no other choice to crack open and just fulfill her wish and take her, and she becomes one with Bhuma Devi. It's such a beautiful space of oneness that she experiences and showcases to the world how she merges into the planet Earth. Let's go to the Atma Pramana. Bhagavan's narration of each of the power manifestation, how he experienced that oneness with Paramashiva. When I fell in love with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I decided to listen and be integrated. How to prove I am in love with him? He's not missing anything that I can add. The only way to prove that I am in love with him is the simple integrity to him. That is the only way I can prove the love with him. Each of these power manifestation and powerful cognition is because Bhagavan's oneness with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Let's go to the instruction to manifest the powers. Before that, I will show you how this devotee manifested the cracking of the coconut. We can crack the coconut. If you have the coconut, you can roll the coconut. You can hold it in your hand, very stable on a table, and you can experience that beautiful space of oneness. Now I'm going to show you the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the experience of the disciple, devotees, followers all around the world manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Here you can see the coconut getting cracked. There is no marking. If you see at the top of the Jnananjan, absolutely everything is fine. But as they chant the Mahavakya, you can hear the sound of the crack, and there is a crack on top of the coconut. You can see the beautiful crack that happens on the coconut. Each of these power manifestation simply shows us the higher reality that exists in us, which is why we exist. Here, Bhagavan, through the Pratyaksha Pramana, proves how he can open up the third eye whenever he wanted at his will, simply by being in that great space of oneness with Paramashiva, deep Samadhi space. he experienced the oneness, and that reflects as opening of the third eye. And the doctors call it the divine spot in his brain, the D spot, the dopamine spot. Simply, you are happy for no reason, and you are in the oneness space of Paramashiva, just manifesting all the auspiciousness, the health, wealth, healing, and everything that can just be showered on you. Let's go to the guidelines to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. If you have the Jnananjan in your Kantamala, you can open it and apply in your third eye and the two temples. Bhagavan said the 3 points. Simply, we can experience the 3 points. If you have the video camera, please make sure you record it. How the Shakshi Pramana, the devotees have recorded and shared. And it's so beautiful to see the coconut cracking just by no other tool, but just by Mahavakya and feeling the oneness with Paramashiva. If you have a partner, you can give the coconut to the partner and you can manifest, or you can keep it in the hand and manifest. Do not roll it down and break it. Make sure it's very stable, very clearly kept on the hand. And if it completely cracks, make sure to take a picture. There is no other crack when you start doing it. Let's do it very, very authentically. Because the more the authenticity, the more you will manifest the power in the depth dimension. So don't miss the authenticity. And if you have Jnananjan, you can apply on the coconut also, like you saw in the Shakshi Pramana. And just chant the Mahavakya that I am Paramashiva, that Bhagavan has initiated into the great, the ultimate, the Brahma Akshara. Just hold the Brahma Akshara in your throat and chant the Mahavakya continuously as Ajaba Ajaba, and be in the oneness, the Shaktipada that you experience with Bhagavan. He repeated so many times how the whole thing we cannot forget, and something that we cannot remember, and something which knows who we are and manifest as me. So something is there which wakes me up, which does everything, which shows me everything, which makes me understand, which makes me absorb everything that exists. And that Paramashiva space in me will manifest as the reality. Bhagavan himself as says the Smaranatha Mukti, and simply holding that, just be there, he says, and he will manifest through all of us. If you have any doubt that I am new to this satsang, will I manifest? Yes. Bhagavan says he will be there in the Kailash Courtyard manifesting power group, and he will simply sit and manifest through all of us. Just hold the oneness space and we can experience the ultimate reality. Now let's go to the instructions. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Again and again, have the vision of Bhagavan in your third eye. And absolute unclutching. Bhagavan has given the most beautiful space of cognition shift today. Let's hold that powerful cognition, that which is remembering me, that which cannot be forgotten, that cannot be remembered. Like how even in the coma and even in my young, when I am just born, I breathe. Nobody is reminding me. Nobody is telling me what to do. I just have any thing happens to me, I still keep breathing. So something is reminding me of everything that I exist as me. So something is the be that I am experiencing as myself. Just hold that cognition and hold continuously, chant the Mahavakya and let it, whatever happens to the coconut, let it happen. Just make sure you're recording the whole thing, taking a picture of it before and after so that you can share it with the world. So let's start entangling with Bhagavan in the beautiful space of oneness and start chanting the Mahavakya with holding that sound in the upper palate, the throat pushing into the upper palate and holding that and chanting as Ajaba Ajaba the Mahavakya. Let's start to experience the space of oneness with Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashivam overflow, manifest the powers in all our third activities. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes.
Such a beautiful space. Now, let's take a screenshot of whatever we have manifested, or if you've taken a video of the whatever the coconut that you have placed, you see a little bit cracked, just turn the coconut and check everything, how it has cracked, or you have just been able to move the coconut of the hand. That's also beautiful. You've started manifesting. But if you have a crack on the coconut, you are simply manifesting the power of Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully says, a person who can crack the coconut and put it back, put the crack back, like stitch it up, how a doctor would stitch it up, they are ready for non-invasive surgery. These balasans used to do that very casually, just playfully. They used to crack the coconut, all the coconut. They will not even allow the Nithyananda participants, and they will go crack everything. And they love cracking the coconut because they don't have to do anything. They just have to feel the oneness space with the coconut, and it will just demonstrate how Sita opened the planet Earth and just went inside. Same way, they can crack any of the coconut. And not only that, Bhagavan told them to seal it back, and many of them sealed it back, and it looks as though it is stitched. And Bhagavan beautifully said that the balasans are getting ready for a non-invasive surgery. That level of powerful space is existing in us, that whatever we want manifest as our reality in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Bhagavan simply manifests when we understand that He is the one who exists and remind us to be who we are, and he is the one manifesting that, and he is the one celebrating that we are manifesting all that which exists in us, that Bhagavan himself manifests through us as our reality. So surrender every identity. You are thinking, oh, this is not happening for me, oh, this is not working. Whatever you are remembering, even that thought is remembered because of that remembrance in you is happening as you. Get back to the cognition in every thought that you have and see how it reflects in you as reality. If you start looking inside each thought that is occurring as who is that, who is experiencing that which is experiencing as your thought, you will experience that which remembers is what is Arunachala. And again, Bhagavan himself manifests through us as reality, as our remembrance, as our manifestation, as our actions, thoughts, words. So let's hold that only cognition for a few more minutes for the second cycle. Surrender everything to Bhagavan's lotus feet. If you're disturbed with anything, whatever that exists is also remembered. In the deep sleep, we don't remember. In the dream state, we don't remember. However bad it is or however good it is, we have got a pot of gold or we have been robbed with a pot of gold, whatever, we don't remember anything in those states. Here also in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, you can drop that outer world for a few minutes to experience the higher consciousness. Just contemplate on Bhagavan's powerful cognition. Bring Bhagavan again and again to your inner space and start chanting the Mahavakya, holding your throat in the upper palate. Again and again, let's hold this powerful space and see what happens, how his presence can be experienced by each one of us, and that presence manifests as reality, as breaking the coconut. So let's have another cycle. If you're already cracked in one spot, mark it, and let's crack in another spot of manifesting the power of consciousness over matter. Let's start entangling with Bhagavan and chanting the Mahavakya intensely as Ajapa Ajapa.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Let's now share. There are people who are sharing in the YouTube that the cracking of the coconut, they are seeing it happen just by holding the powerful cognition, manifesting as powers. That is the shift in the cognition that you have had. When you have the shift in the cognition, like you know an answer of a problem, you already know it. So there is no way that question can be asked to you again. Same way, when you know the higher reality, just like that, it just clicks with you. It manifests as powers. And please share your powerful cognition, your experience, your photos, your videos in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. And you can invite and tag your friends and family, invite so many of them to share and come here for more initiation and more of the blessings from Bhagwan, initiation from Bhagwan, the Diksha, Darshan, and manifest as powers. Make sure all these powerful cognition, power manifestation you share with the humanity, saving them also from all suffering and raising them also to the higher consciousness. Simply by sharing, you can cause your reality. And you can see the dollar at the end of the bottom of the chat. You can drop a unit of your currency and thank Bhagavan for greatest showering, greatest knowledge that he is just offering. That's what Bhagavan says. When Devi comes, have the betel leaf, betel nut and receive her. When Guru comes and initiates, you should not take anything just free. Offer anything that you have, even the sense, even the coin that you want to offer, but offer something from your side in the deep gratitude. Thank Bhagavan and ask Bhagavan to make this cognition as your reality. Again and again, asking him to make this as your reality becomes the higher cognition. Surrender the power manifestation and powerful cognition at Bhagavan's lotus feet. When we surrender, something else happens in us which expands our cognition to reflect the superconsciousness in us. So drop all that, everything that you know, to Bhagavan's lotus feet and thank each one of you to manifest the powers today. With that, let's end this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for participating in the Power Manifestation session. Don't forget to share in tinyurl.com/power manifestation, which is Kailash Kotiar Manifesting Power Group. Thank you so much for being in the session and manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. See you again after 6 p.m. We have in the Zoom session. You can log in through eKailasha into the Kailash Kotiar Manifesting session and join in a personal group, and we can manifest more powers. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham.